Hello and welcome to another Shednet podcast with me, Kieran, and I've got Dave and David here with me as usual. Going to talk about some news, even though there wasn't much this week, but we're going to get into it anyway. So there was a leak of the Red Dead 3 map, supposedly, if you believe the source.
Who was the source? Do you know?
An anonymous, trustworthy source.
Okay.
But apparently she's got this person's got a 50-50 record of getting it right and getting it wrong.
Is it the same person, is it?
Yeah, same sort of person.
There's a lot of people like that going about at the moment on the internet, I have had confirms from Nintendo that this is happening with the NX.
Mates inside Nintendo and stuff like that. So it's
hit and miss, really.
It's a map of about the eastern side. It's got like it's got the right hand side of the old map.
Yeah.
So it's got like the Great Plains and that big city, Blackwater.
So it's basically Blackwater up, isn't it? Basically.
Yeah, well, it's to the right. It's like east. It's east of where the Red Dead
So
Redemption.
we won't get Mexico this time round.
No Mexico. It doesn't look like it. No, there's loads of water though, so we might be able to swim and use boats and stuff.
There's a lot of island stuff.
Yeah, there's loads of islands
in the new map.
Yeah.
So is this what is this for now? Is
This is for Red Dead 3.
Well, they're calling it Red Dead Redemption 2. Everyone seems to be calling it.
It's not confirmed, is it? Or is this?
It's the game itself.
The game is absolutely confirmed.
Oh, is it? No way.
It's not confirmed, but
okay.
It's definitely
It's
definitely in the pipework somewhere.
yeah, it's got to be because they had that thing where they had Red Dead Redemption on the backwards compatible thing for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So obviously playing around with Red Dead stuff.
Yeah.
So and also same source says it's going to be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption. So maybe John Marston's earlier years.
I would have thought they would have continued with, what was his son called?
Jack.
I thought they would have continued on with that personally. I mean, it's been more logical.
I would not have. I didn't like Jack.
I don't know. I haven't played a lot of Red Dead.
Have you not?
So this is going to be between. This is going to be between Revolver, where he was in the gang, and then towards where he has his.
I don't
epiphany
think John Marston was in Revolver.
Was he not in Revolver?
I don't think so.
No, God, I have only seen clips of Revolver. I've never actually played the game myself.
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't think he was in it. But like, I would have thought like they'll do the GTA treatment on it, where like they just move on to a new set and new people.
Yeah.
But they're just not doing that. Or maybe apparently they're not doing that.
I think they'll do that.
But I think the most important. The character was quite good with Red Dead Redemption. Was John Marston's character? So they're sort of thinking like it's sort of like Ezio from Assassin's Creed. They're trying to make like he's a great. Everyone loves this character. Why not make it another game like that? It's guaranteed to sell.
Yeah, but it's like you've got Franklin and Trevor and all them. They're great in GTA. They probably won't be in the next one.
I doubt it.
But Rockstar never uses the same characters again. But I'm just thinking like maybe they're just giving it like everyone's saying this character must be good, or we'll give him a little bit of backstory to why he decided to turn from his gang and start hunting them down in the Red Dead Redemption. If that's the path they're going down.
Yeah, it would be cool to see him as a bad guy, like when he was actually just robbing shit.
Because they said they left him for dead, didn't he?
Yeah.
Basically, he goes through the entire game, finding his friends and going, "You left me for dead, so now I'm gonna either kill you or arrest you or whatever."
Yeah.
So there's that. Rocket League is getting some official NBA DLC, so it's going to be basketball Rocket League basketball cars.
So you'll be able to play basketball in the game, or just
the area, instead of being a big football goal, it's a hoop.
I was going to say, they're going to put a hoop in.
Yeah, it's just a massive hoop.
Yeah, because if you played the hockey, was it on hockey mode?
Wasn't that during Christmas? Or was it something like that when they changed it to a hockey puck or something?
Or is that a permanent DLC?
I think that's permanently.
Is that permanent?
I haven't played Rocket League in a while now, but yeah,
I'll go back to it for this.
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
So there's like official NBA flags that you can put on your cars and stuff. So it's quite getting huge because they're getting so many like
NBA is a big name.
Endorsements from it's like FIFA sort of thing like that, isn't it? Or with the FIFA games, they get a lot of endorsements from companies.
Yeah, well, that's just sports games, isn't it?
Yeah,
nowadays.
Yeah, I guess.
The behemoth.
But would you class Rocket League as a sports game?
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
it's football but in cars.
Because didn't they say that they were going to announce what it is the whole game's based on? Because there's like two competing theories of that game, whether you're a little person in that car or that RC thing.
Is that a thing?
I don't care.
I don't believe.
Back when it first came out,
I do not care.
But apparently it was quite a big thing back when it first came out. Like, are you an RC car or are you a individual in the car?
I think you're an RC car.
Can't be an individual in the car because you blow up every 5 seconds.
If we're speculating, I think you're in an RC car.
Yeah,
because you sort of like it feels like it. It feels like.
But a lot of people wanted to know exactly.
Well, there we go. RC cars. Steam is putting out a Sega Mega Drive emulator called Sega Classics Hub. there's already a bunch of Sega Mega Drive games on Steam.
Yeah.
But it's in this hub. So basically, it's like a 90s kids room with a bunch of Sega merch.
Okay.
Like it's fully rendered in 3D.
Yeah.
You can have explore the kids room.
That's cool.
And,
so basically, this is like when the Lab Bible says, kids who grew up in the 90s will remember the blah 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 blah. It's just basically if you grew up in this time, these are the games for you.
Little Sega stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got a crappy old TV, like a big box TV, posters and stuff of Sega games on the wall.
Cool.
And then you've got your shelf there next to the TV, and it shows like the boxed versions of the games that you own on Steam. So you can build up your collection.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Nice
it's
addition.
a game within a game.
Yeah. So you got all your
buying games.
So you can collect physical copies, but virtually.
That's the other problem with like Steam games. Like most people just use downloadable content. Is you have nothing to really show for your collection. Like the thing I'm impressed with was when I get game stuff and just seeing how big the collection grows and stuff like that.
Yeah, because if there was anything like that on, say, Xbox or PlayStation, where you could see all your downloaded games in like a special way that isn't just like in a folder somewhere.
The thing is though with me,
like a little hub where you can have a look and you've got your little trophies.
Yeah, it's a pretty
there
good idea.
Or whatever. Yeah. It would entice me to just download games.
Yeah, like I'm interested in just because if you have just one game, you get the hub free with it or whatever, so you can start your little collection there. So, and plus, when they release it, all of the games that are compatible with it are going to be 66% off.
Wow.
So, and I imagine they're not too much to buy anyway.
No.
Well, PC games in general are pretty cheap to buy. Like a brand new,
specifically old Sega games though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like offshoot PC games aren't that really expensive because take now. Like every time there's a new console generation, the console games goes up by about £10. Like,
well, I disagree with that because I found like an old my Super Mario Kart for Super Nintendo has the receipt for it in it.
How much
was
that?
And it was £50.
There we go.
£50 back in the day.
Yeah.
That'd be worth. That's a lot more money than £50 is worth now.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Because I used to buy PS2 games for like £29, and then when the PS3
I remember
39
quid.
quid.
PlayStation games being 30.
Yeah.
And then PlayStation 4 games now being nearly 49 quid new. So
I never paid 50 quid for a game.
But I think with the older games, they were on cartridge as well, weren't they? So you were buying more physical. Plastic.
Physical plastic.
They've got to produce more.
Yeah. Because that was the mistake that Nintendo did with the N64. It was costing them too much to produce the cartridges.
Yeah, I can imagine. They put out a lot of games as well.
Yeah.
Also, alongside the release of Dark Souls, a Kickstarter campaign for a Dark Souls board game
I'm excited
came
for it.
about. It was launched on April 19th, and within 3 minutes, they reached their target of 50 grand.
Yeah.
£50,000.
Yeah.
And as of when I checked earlier today, so 3 days on, it had raised £1,188,049, and I couldn't get a static figure because every time I refreshed the page, it was just constantly going up. So it keeps going up.
Yeah,
that's so much more than 50 grand.
I still haven't pledged yet. I need to pledge for it.
It's I think minimum
basically
70 quid.
70,
I think it is,
like that,
which is fine. Have you seen what you get with it?
Yeah,
what
you get for it?
It's like a full-on like Dungeons and Dragons-esque board game. You've got all the little figurines, and it. From what I've seen, it plays exactly like the game Dark Souls. Like you've got stamina, so you have to attack and remember to keep checking your stamina and stuff like that.
Is it like a turn-based game like it is in Dungeons and Dragons?
I think so. I don't know.
It sounds like a D&D game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Dungeons and Dragons is not a bad game anyway.
Oh, no.
So
it's good.
how your Dark Souls theme one of those is pretty much a win-win combination.
Because the amount of money they keep getting is way more than they imagined. They keep having to add more stretch goals, so they keep adding more stuff to the game they weren't intending on. So you get more bosses and more cards coming out. So that's pretty cool.
They could probably fund like two sort of games. Like
they could, or they could make this one amazing.
The best board game you would ever want to buy. Basically,
I hope it's a good game.
I wonder if they're gonna, because they keep saying as well that Dark Souls 3 could be the last Dark Souls game. This is the biggest Dark Souls game ever. It's the biggest Namco release ever, and they own Tekken, Pac-Man. But Dark Souls 3 is their biggest selling game. Is it going to be the last one?
Every company has its own flagship.
I don't think they knew it was going to be as big as it did when it came out.
I don't think this is going to be.
They'll have to continue it in some way.
Yeah.
Is it From Software that are doing it?
Yeah, From Software.
So they'll have to do something. Yeah.
But it's
this game from Software.
It doesn't fit well in a sentence.
It's like Mass Effect, isn't it? They always said like, it's going to be a trilogy. It's only going to be 3 games, and then they just sort of realised, all right, we'll make a game.
Yeah,
not
people
based.
like this.
People love this.
Yeah.
So
many talks.
So basically, we're not going to go back on our word per se. We're just going to do the game in the universe, but not have any of the characters.
Yeah, it's not going to be Mass Effect 4, but it's going to be Andromeda.
Yeah. So it's like that. I guarantee if the demand is there and the money is good, they're going to go say, well, if don't want to argue
maybe
with that,
maybe they'll just go back to with the same gameplay, just like they did with Demon Souls to Dark Souls.
Yeah,
maybe they'll just go back to
similar.
Demon Souls. Yeah, and Bloodborne's really similar as well. So they're not going to stray too far. I don't think.
No,
people live that style of game now. Yeah.
A lot of people love the challenge that those games provide. Yeah. Like a lot of the games these days, just you don't see a challenge like these. This is generally rage-inducing, controller throwing at the TV, sort of challenging that sort of stuff.
I throw my controller
today.
I throw my PS4 one for the first time today, trying to beat a boss and can't do it.
I find that I don't mind too much if I lose against the boss and then go back in and I get my souls. But if I lose my souls, I flip out.
That's the thing, because most of the bosses in old Dark Souls games, you'd have to traverse the mist to go through and fight the boss. In this one, you kind of stumble upon the boss, and then you're in there, then you're stuck in there.
Yeah.
And I've got like a shitload of souls on me, and it's like, oh,
great. I've been using Homeward Bones if I'm just... I'm out, I'm just leaving this, come back in.
I get too greedy like that. And after I've beaten the boss, I'll get all the souls off the boss, I'll like light the bonfire. I'll go just have a look around the corner.
I don't do that. I cash those in straight away.
I've lost hundreds of thousands of souls doing that.
Man.
It's horrible.
Does it keep a counter of how many souls you lose?
I don't know.
No.
That'd be quite interesting. Like, you have lost this much.
I've not seen a worldwide death counter either. There's a worldwide death counter in Dark Souls 2.
Is there?
Yeah.
They'll bring one out probably.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Maybe. We'll see.
That'd be interesting to see.
It's like the depressing thing when I play GTA Online. I always keep account like how much money you've spent in total, and it's like I think mine's about 25 million and stuff like that. Yeah. So I've never had 25 million at any one go. Yeah, it's telling me I've spent this much.
Yeah, loads of time.
It's like that sort of thing. Like you're just surprised. Like, wow, really that much?
Builds up.
It does. It does.
Right, not much else in the gaming side of news.
Yeah.
So a couple of things about a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did everyone like Avatar by James Cameron?
No.
No.
Oh, the blue people. Not the airbender,
no,
the
blue people that used to connect their hair and stuff. Basically.
I thought it was awful. I didn't like it.
I liked it.
I didn't stay till the end. I left the cinema.
Really?
Yeah, I was that bored.
That bad?
Yeah.
Did you come to Cardiff with the school trip stuff?
No, I didn't. No.
Because we went to go see Avatar in an Odeon theatre in 3D. Back when I'm on the Cardiff trip, and that was the first time I watched it.
Well, that was the selling point for Avatar. It was 3D.
That's why it's the highest grossing film of all time.
Because it was in 3D.
It was the first massive 3D film.
Yeah, and that's why I think...
And how much of it...
The next one's going to flop.
Yeah,
I really do think.
Next 4, because he's filming 4 sequels at the same time. Because for some reason he thinks that people like Avatar and want more.
No.
He's filming 4 sequels.
I don't know what is the general consensus on it. Do people...
I don't think so. I don't think anyone's...
I don't know anybody who likes it.
I'll tell you what, ever since it's been released and it's been and gone, I haven't heard anybody mention it ever again.
No merchandise, no...
I haven't seen any merchandise, I don't see any games, I don't see any comments on
nothing
on some sort of internet thing.
People
I've
watch
never
it once
seen it again.
and I never go back to it.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it.
No.
I thought that's what James Cameron does best. He makes one good film and then he moves on to the next project.
Well, he said, he was quoted saying he wants to see if it wasn't a fluke.
So why make 4?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Just make a sequel, yeah. Fair enough, make a sequel.
If the second one's going to flop, he's got 3 of the films that are going to burn in flames.
And he's filming them all at the same time, so it's not like he can say, actually, no, we won't do this.
And it's going to be a lot of money. They're going to be expensive films, these. They're going to be massive.
Was it one of the most expensive films of that year?
I think so.
Probably.
I'd say so.
It's like it was over 150 million quid, I think the budget was. Someone check it out on Wikipedia or something like that. It'll say. I think it was $150 million they had on as a budget.
Yeah, man, so that's happening. Unfortunately. Does everyone like Men in Black?
Yes.
Yeah.
Big fan here.
I haven't seen the newest one.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's not bad.
I enjoyed the ending of it. I thought it was like, that was like a touching moment.
Yeah,
sort of
don't ruin it in case you actually go back to it. But the ending is quite clever.
It is quite clever. And I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
So what are you going to say now?
Does everyone like Jump Street? You know, the Jump Street series?
Oh, no.
22.
Please say they're not doing what I'm thinking they're doing.
They're crossing over.
Oh, no.
MIB 23 is coming out. And Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill are going to be MIB agents.
Oh, no.
Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are not coming back for it.
Because they know
this is a stupid idea.
Because they realised they looked at it and went, Are you just trying just because you want to make money? You don't care about films. It's like, are you taking this sort of piss out of this or stuff like that?
It is a bit strange.
Are you doing the Michael Bay
strange
approach to films? You don't care what the critics say. You just want to make money as much as you can, basically.
Yeah, well, you don't know. It could be good. The Jump Street ones were funny.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but I'm a big MIB fan, and
they're gonna ruin it for you.
It's gonna ruin it. I'm sorry.
Hopefully, it won't ruin it.
I thought Michael Jackson in the second one ruined it for me.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird.
That was so strange. One of the weirdest celebrity cameos.
Yeah. And he was close to being Jar Jar Binks as well. Did you hear about that?
He was really pissed off when they didn't cast him.
I could be Agent M or something like that. I think he says like in the film.
Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah,
very awful.
Better Call Saul.
Have you watched it, Dave?
Have you seen?
What now? Better Call Saul. No, but it's on my watch list.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Nope.
Oh god,
Jesus!
Flip.
Right, okay.
I don't watch much TV these days.
So you've not even seen season 1 of it?
Nope.
No, season 1.
Yeah,
Okay. What did you think?
Would it be sad that I'm a bit more
spoiler free then? Because it
spoiler
literally
free.
came out
Spoiler
this
free.
week. So.
It was a good season, if not a bit disappointing.
I have heard that
scope.
Brian.
Yeah.
I've heard that Brian Carston is how you pronounce it? Cranston wants to come back and play Walter
They'll
White
probably
again.
give them both a cameo. Him and
he wants to play him again.
Jesse.
I've heard that.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because Jesse teased and he said somebody asked him if he was in another episode or whatever.
Yeah, I reckon he'll be in it in a little bit in the next season, like one episode or something like
It's
that.
dragging for me.
It is dragging. My favourite parts of it are not the Saul bits; they're the Mike bits.
Yeah.
There's only tiny bits.
Yeah. Because I can't be bothered with Chuck and like HHM and like
Chuck, I hate Chuck.
Howard and
I don't care. It's like a lawyer drama serial.
The show is called Better Call Saul. They should have just changed it to Better Call McGill because he's not even called Saul in it.
Yeah.
They've not even got to that point.
No.
I thought at the end of season 1, I kind of felt like, he's going to change into Saul now. He's going to be what I remember from Breaking Bad, and he's going to have a full season dedicated to that. And now it seems like, season 3 could be that time now.
Well, they're going to have to do it in season 3 because I'm losing interest.
Yeah, I'm losing interest. I'm sure a lot of people are losing interest.
I gave it a chance at first, and it was slow going even in season 1 because Breaking Bad was such a good show.
That's why I stuck with it, because I really enjoyed Breaking Bad. Saul was my favourite character in Breaking Bad.
That's why it was commissioned, because of the success of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, because people loved his character and stuff.
Yeah.
Give the people what they love, basically.
And that's why I continue to watch it, because I do like Saul as a character, but he's not Saul yet.
No.
He's halfway there.
He does the stuff that Saul does. He does some cool stuff.
Not often enough.
No.
I thought season 1 was better for stuff like that. When he was
doing his cons.
Yeah, his cons and stuff. Yeah, they were good.
There are funny bits.
Yeah.
Where he does do a little bit of mischiefery every now and then.
Yeah, it is just the lawyer bits that get me.
The boring bits.
Yeah. And what's the deal with Chuck and his like...
His mental
his electric sensitivity.
He just needs to go in a madhouse.
It's funny that bit. It's like, come on, just sort that out now.
Yeah, can someone just commit him already?
Yeah.
It does get a bit like... Can everyone just see that he's obviously crazy?
Yeah. And I'm wondering, what will happen to these characters? Because it's kind of like a Star Wars prequel kind of situation, isn't it? You know these characters are going to have to die or
they're not around.
No, but I don't know. Because if they mentioned Chuck in Breaking Bad, you wouldn't have thought anything of it.
No.
So I don't know if he gets a mention. Does he survive? Does he die or what?
I'd say he's going to end up in a mental asylum.
Yeah. I
Probably.
Agree. Yeah.
I reckon Kim will die.
Yeah.
Is it Kim? Is it in Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll die.
Yeah. That's what I reckon will happen as well. Is season 3 going to be the last one?
I don't think so.
Do you not?
Well, I have no idea. I'm
think
speculating. I'd say
they'll
no.
move on to another character, maybe Mike, because the Mike bits are the best. So.
Better Call Mike.
Yeah, Better Call Mike.
Better Call. The new sequel of a sequel. It's Better Call Mike.
Prequel.
I'd watch that. Prequel of a
prequel of a beloved.
Or it could be a sequel.
That's weird as well, because Mike, I don't know what he's called, who plays him. He looks older in Better Call Saul than he does in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, they've not done anything to change it.
But that's fine. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's pretty much what I got.
Is that all we've got this week?
This PlayStation stuff. We heard about this PlayStation 4.5, PlayStation K.
I've heard a lot.
Yeah, have we talked about that? Have we talked about?
Yeah, we had it. You've had a podcast where you talked about PlayStation 4.
There's more stuff come out now. The code name is Neo. PlayStation Neo.
And have they said anything? Do you know anything about it, Dave? Are you up to date?
I've read up a lot about this new one. So apparently, there's a rumor going about they're making 2 separate consoles: the PlayStation 4.5 and PlayStation Neo. What was it? How do you pronounce it again? Sorry.
Neo.
Basically.
Yeah, they did this they had the PlayStation VR was called Project Morpheus, and now they're doing PlayStation Neo. Obviously, someone in PlayStation.
That's basically built around the VR tech stuff, basically. and then there's a lot. Then the discussion turned to this nature of, will there be a PlayStation 5 ever?
Well, I've heard. I was just going to mention that. I've heard that. I can't remember the head PlayStation guy, some Japanese guy in Sony.
Yeah.
He said that.
I wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't even insult him by not trying to pronounce his name correctly.
PlayStation 5 might not happen.
But basically, they want to try and take the same approach to consoles as they are to PC games. So it's just basically software updates and maybe the occasional upgradable thing.
Because hardware is upgrading way faster than a console cycle now.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that the pace of technology advancing, we cannot keep up with it. No. So the only thing we can do now is build a sort of platform and then have the individual parts, the software updates and stuff like that. That will be, and they say that is the future of gaming.
I do think that's the future of consoles.
Xbox as well is apparently looking into this too.
Well, a Slim they're calling it or whatever, aren't they? Well, that's what fans are dubbing it, I think. Yeah, but they did that with the 360, didn't they? Slim.
Yeah. Have you heard as well that the 360 has officially stopped
production of the 360?
Was it this week they've stopped production of it?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's had a good run.
It's had a good run.
Was that 10 years?
10 years it's been.
It was a good console. Enjoyed my time with 360.
So basically, they're going like, is this the future of gaming now? And I think it might be better.
I don't know. I think people who want to have control over hardware and stuff like that and specs, they're PC gamers already.
Well, no. I'm that person who's a console gamer who wants to be with the times without having to get PC.
Right, okay. You don't want a PC?
No, I just like that thing that's under my TV.
Well, some people don't have the space, because I don't have the space to keep a gaming PC anywhere in my house. So
I've got one and I struggle. It's just in the way.
Yeah.
So having a console which is quite easy to store and stuff like that, and having that capability is going to win people over, I think. And especially it might be cheaper than having to spec out for a gaming
But
PC.
I do see what you're saying. Maybe I will be just eventually forced to just, we're done now, get a PC.
Yeah,
just get a PC.
Like, you can do loads of the PC.
Yeah, I know you can do.
The only thing that I would go for PC is the modding community, because the amount of stuff you can get for games on the modding community is amazing.
Yeah, that's something I do.
I wish sometimes I had Fallout on the PC.
Because
I keep looking at all the things that people are creating, and they say they're going to bring it to consoles, but.
Well,
so far, it's a piss in the wind,
basically. They gave it the director's mode, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that wasn't in the base game, was it?
No, it wasn't. No.
So that was added in.
But that's basically, it's building on the people who do modding for PC. Basically.
Yeah, it was okay. It's all right.
Yeah,
but no, because the NX is also rumored to be doing that same thing, isn't it? With
upgradable.
Oh yeah,
it'll come with it'll be just this box. It'll play these games out of the box, and then.
You upgrade it.
The hardcore guy can upgrade it to whatever he wants, depending on whatever's up.
As well, there's another good reason why PS might be taking this approach. That Sony might be taking this approach is to secure its dominance over the comments. Because so far they've outsold Xbox Ones by about 40 million.
I don't see Microsoft.
They want to keep those people in their camp instead of having to go through. Because it's always between the Xbox and the PlayStation. It's always been toss and turn. Depending on which generation. Like last generation was the Xbox 360, that was the dominant console. Yeah. Now it's the PlayStation 4 in this generation.
Well, it just shows that.
So they're trying to say, like, how can we keep these people from switching up to Xbox when the next generation comes on?
You can see now that it's the launch.
Yeah.
If you've got a really good launch lineup, no gimmick or anything like that, it'll sell well. Because Microsoft released it with the Kinect, didn't they?
Well,
and that's why I didn't get one.
A lot of people.
So that had alienated a lot of people, and they've gone straight to a PlayStation.
On the 360 was rubbish.
It wasn't rubbish, was it? It was.
It's just nobody
unnecessary.
Wants it. You don't want it.
Nobody the iToy was on the PlayStation 2. That was good enough.
Yeah, but that was an optional thing. You could take it or leave it, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
They were forcing you to buy it at the start of this generation. They won't make a mistake like that again.
No. Well,
they've learned. I hope they've learned from their mistakes.
Maybe they'll make another mistake.
I really hope they don't.
But who knows? Maybe this will probably be the last generation as we know it. Basically,
I don't know.
It'll be just a console.
Here's your console.
Standard.
That's it.
If that is the case, I don't see Microsoft bringing another console. I see this as Microsoft's last console.
So the next generation will be just the Xbox and the PlayStation, and then it'll just be continuously upgradable.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing, because then they can focus their time to fixing bugs, things that can go wrong, improving the system rather than trying to have to make up a new one from scratch again.
What would happen if Nintendo doesn't get it right this time? What happens?
Well, it might not be last chance saloon. Basically,
they need to get it right this time. I know that they're a massive company. They're like a multi-billion-dollar company.
It's not like they're at risk or anything.
No, but
Nintendo's sell point really is they're innovative. Like, they came up with the Wii. Like, the concept in itself was quite a great idea. And a lot of people bought it.
The launch. lineup. We had Wii Sports and Zelda.
Yeah, fantastic lineup.
Yeah, boom, there you go. That's
and
it.
I had a few third-party games. I had Red Steel. Did you play that?
I really wanted to.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was a Ubisoft
Never
exclusive. And the second one was good as well, but that was a launch, I think. Yeah, it was a launch.
Was it?
Yeah, and Super Monkey Ball was a really good game on launch as well.
Never heard of that.
There's a lot of good obscure games on there.
That's their niche. They've got obscure games.
Yeah, and the Virtual Console, which is why I'm surprised Steam's only just getting on it. The Mega Drive was on the Wii.
VR.
Yeah, like a Virtual Console. Emulate on the Wii.
I still wouldn't buy a VR console, to be honest. I don't see the point of virtual reality, to be honest.
I'm ready.
If they had good lineup of games, I'd buy one right now. I'd get right into
it. I'm gonna get the PlayStation VR.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
probably that's the better of the lot.
Depending on the launch lineup, if there's no good games at launch,
yeah, there's no point.
Yeah,
Job Simulator. I don't really have an interest in simulating a job as a game.
Yeah, like a few people have been buying 4K TVs last year. Why?
Yeah,
you can't watch anything.
You can't watch anything on 4K.
Give it another year. Yeah, give it another year. No, they're cheaper. The 4K.
That's why I never buy
so.
consoles on first launch, because I just what's the point? Because you're gonna get about a handful of games for it anyway, so you might as well wait until the line gets better.
I don't think I've ever had a console in its first year.
Have you not?
No, never had one in the first year.
No, I got the Xbox One into year 2, and I got the Xbox 360 into year 2 as well.
I was year 2 with the PlayStation 4 too.
No, I've had quite a few consoles on launch.
I think we end up doing it from now on.
No. I think the Wii is the only. The Wii's the only console I had at launch.
Does not surprise me at all.
No,
you're a big Nintendo
the Wii
fan.
U, gave it a year. Xbox One gave it a year. 360, gave it a couple of years. PlayStation was out a couple of years as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've not had. Yeah, the Wii.
It's just fine. You can just wait, and then you've got a backlog of games. There's tons of them you can play.
Yeah.
You don't stick with the 5 games they launch at lineup.
I believe we're running out of time.
Yeah, so
call it.
That'll be the end of this podcast. Thanks for watching. If you like this channel, please subscribe, and remember to like the video and comment if you want more cool videos like this. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Ciao for now.